Hello, Gemini. Sorry I didn't get around to doing a reading last week for you, but I had a bit of a virus thing going on. Needed to self-nurture, which leads perfectly to your reading for the week of June 16th. Because, excuse me, I asked Spirit, what do you want to tell Gemini for this week? And what I heard was a silver bell ringing. And it's almost like, well, it's kind of like what you would imagine somebody ringing a bell on the outside of a house, almost to call in people for lunch or something like that. But an old-fashioned, and I associate it by the ocean for some reason. I don't know why. But the sense that I'm getting with this, the next thing that I see is you standing there going, and what I feel in conjunction with the cards that I've pulled here is that many of you have been able to move from your very active and fertile imagination and thinking process and into your heart in a way where you've been able to actually identify more clearly what some of the deeper pain was that held you back that you didn't necessarily know was there. It's not to say that you haven't always been aware of certain situations, but you have not always ascribed to those situations the level of discomfort or pain that you felt in them. And what you're being, and what I'm getting with that now is a sense that many of you have been able to do that. And what you're being asked to do is, instead of getting stuck in the memory of that, or instead of shutting it away so that you don't have to look at it or feel it, you're being asked to use techniques to keep positive energy running through your body in a way where you can take back the energy that was allocated to pain and suffering and difficult memories or things that were kind of buried, that you can pull that energy back to your center and basically reclaim your power from those events. And what it's being suggested, what Spirit is suggesting is, for you especially, Gemini, because your mind works so quickly and because you often have many projects going on at once, even if they're simple projects, they don't have to be really big and time consuming, but you can have many of them. And a project might be visiting a neighbor once a week. That might be one of your projects, but just something that you're thinking and that you're factoring into all of your schedules and your energy time and all of that. You're being asked to create a structure for yourselves, okay, in which you can deliberately activate positive energy by using positive triggers. Now, positive triggers can be anything that lifts your energy, lifts your frequency. It can be a prayer. It can be a poem. It can be music or colors or clothes that you like, flowers that you like. It can be watching comedy. It can be spending time with your animal that you adore. It can be visiting with friends that are uplifting and joyful. But what you're being asked to do is put it into a structure, because you as an air person doesn't always remember to do those things for yourself. You're more inclined to do those things if they're related to other people. You're more inclined to remember them if they're for other people, not with other people, but for other people, okay? So, structured free flow, I find this is really helpful. It's literally like creating anchor points throughout the day, and at those times, you will deliberately remember to use some of those positive triggers. To make it simple, especially for air signs who tend to be kind of often all over, pick the points in your day that you know are definites. Like when you get up in the morning, if you always make a cup of coffee, put a Post-it where your coffee is. Say a prayer. Do some deep breathing. Put on some music that you like. Remember a positive thought. Do the Rick Hansen exercise of just spend 12 seconds of remembering something that makes you feel good. Okay, and let that really resonate through your body. Those are all positive triggers. And by doing that and linking it to something that you do consistently throughout the day and setting a reminder at that point in time, you're going to be a lot more inclined to regularly do it. And because your system is going to feel good doing that, you're going to be more inclined to remember to do it as time goes on and need less of those reminders to do it. So Gemini, this is what you're being asked to do because you are in a place where I see a lot more space around you, a lot more, I will say almost horizon in a really good way, like that sense of, okay, almost like now I can breathe, now it's safe to feel. Now it's safe to move forward, now it's safe to change some of the old patterns. Now it's safe to look at some of the beliefs that have been underlying some of the things that have not been the most life supporting for me. Okay? Gemini, this is good. I'm going to leave you with that. Take care.